Hello from my bedroom. I cannot be making this video. It's midnight and 15 minutes, I think, and I'm supposed to be asleep. I have to go to uni tomorrow. I have a test tomorrow I haven't studied for, and I've been, you know, that your life works in a spiral. Where you are here, you're going to see the version of you from here, right? So this version of you that's in here is like 12-year-old you is also here, who is like young adult you, right? That saying that goes, your 20s are for rediscovering everything 12-year-old you was into, and young teenage you was into, is very fucking true, at least for me. And right now I want to talk about something that makes me that I care so much about this, and I've cared so much about this for so long, and then I stopped. Why? Because cringe culture, because cringe shaming. Fuck you guys. And now it's coming back. It's coming back. And holy shit, I'm making this video because I haven't felt this way since I was 13. This video is about none other about nothing else other than My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia, the way I was hyperfixating on that. Okay. I remember I had like in my notebooks, I used to title them with plus ultra at the beginning. And wait, let me go. I just wanted to make a video about like, okay, you probably won't gain anything from watching this, so you can skip. But I remember, like, dude, I can Daku. I can Izuku Midori. I can him so much. We're literally, we almost share the same birthday. He's born 15th July. I'm born the 14th. Me and him are like the same person. I'm sorry. And I remember, you know how Bakugo is to him, he's like his bully and everything. And I remember back in middle school, I had a bully as well, and I had some stuff with that bully. I think it wasn't that serious. It was one-sided. It was like a what do you call it? A hallucinationship from my part, which happens a lot. Yeah, and like back then, because of my bully and because I knew I relate to Deku a lot, I hated my bully. I hated Bakugo. I was like, oh, that motherfucker, I hate his guts. I hate him, right? I hate him. Ugh, I hate him. And I would draw him. I would draw him a lot. And I'll be like, I hate him. Like, I hate him. But do I hate him? I hate him. And now, I must confess, now at my age, 9 years, wait, 2017, 18, 19, that's 9 years. After 9 years, I have to confess that I had, and I still have, and it's far more intense than it was, I have the biggest, fattest crush on Katsuki Bakugo. Kachan. You guys do not understand what those two mean to me. Like, those two, like they're the epitome of yaoi, like rivalry. I have a thing for rivals to begin with. I have a thing for rivals, and no, this has nothing to do with heated rivalry. This has nothing to do with that shit. I just really love a rival, and they have that. Like, so yeah, back in 2018, I used to draw him a lot to be loved by an artist. I I just like, dude, I was crazy, and I respected All Might a lot. I remember, like, back in 2020 when you used to shift and shit. I used to try to shift to My Hero Academia, and there were times where I was like, "Fuck this shit! I have to picture myself in Izuku's flesh." Oh my god, the fanfics went wild. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. The fanfics I read back then were awesome. I need to log the fuck back in. And I haven't been in the fandom for so long. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched it in so long. I probably stopped at season 4, like when season 4 came out. I remember there were like 2 movies that already came out and everything. I don't know why I stopped. I actually do know, I just don't want to say it. It was a stupid ass reason. And I wish I didn't. I loved that shit, and I still love that shit. And I am one of those My Hero Academia fans. I had a highlighter, like, decorated. I had an orange highlighter decorated with green, and with an eraser, like, a pen eraser. I don't know what they're called in English. With a pen eraser, I wrote Bakudeku. I had the Bakudeku highlighter. Wait, hold on. I think I still have it. Hold on. Oh my god, guys, I still have it. I still have it. Here it is, along with other relics from my childhood. Okay. This is Fluttershy. I made it with clay back when I was 16, I think. This is like one of those videos of like jewelry charm, like jars videos. Oh, I have my legal name written on it. Okay. I am not making this up. This is what middle schooler me used to do, and in the back there's my name. I did not decorate it with green. I lied. Sorry. It does not work anymore. But yeah, basically I was like one of those hardcore fans. It was bleh. And I wanted to talk about something I just forgot. Wait. I just wanted to talk about the relationship and the rivalry and everything. This is why I like about those two so much more than I do with any other ship I know. Is because they're like no one, like it's very rare to find someone who likes someone as the way Bakugo likes Deku, or hates Deku. Like, I would be flattered if someone hated me like Bakugo did. Like, you hate me because you feel threatened by me? You put me into you competing with me? Kachan. Oh my god. It's like, and I am going to tell you guys, as an Izuku Kini myself, Izuku was having the time of his life. He was right where he belonged. He did not want to be saved. Like, remember when he would be whining or be like, like he's having a blast. He's hard as, like, I just know. I know. So yeah, that's basically it. I just felt the need to turn on the light and make a short video about my passion for this anime, and to think that it's ending, to think that like the franchise is like reaching its end, and I heard that all of them are adults now. Like, dude, I missed out on that shit. I could have grown up with them. I literally could have grown up with them. Like, I was 15. I was literally 15 at the time. was I? No, I was too young. When I, like, you know, season one came out 2016. I remember that. Second season came out in 2017, I think. Third season in 2018, 19. I freaking forgot. I just know the first season was in 2016. So I was an OG fan. I was like in Tumblr, and it wasn't that serious in Tumblr. I don't remember it that way. But it was on Twitter. Twitter was active. Twitter and Instagram were pretty active. That's where I was. Yeah, so I remember back then, like, it was it wasn't chill. Who am I kidding? It was My Hero Academia fandom, dude. You know the type. I was one of them. Oi, 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 Baka. Yeah, but the irony is that I was more of a Kiri Baku shipper than a Bakudeku at the time because of how much I hated Bakugo. But still, even when I hated him, it still included him. It just excluded Deku. I was just taking myself out of the narrative and projecting that onto Kirishima, which he also really gave me gender envy. That guy, Kirishima, Eijiro, my man, my man. Uploading this on Women's Day is so ironic. What am I doing? I'm only talking about fictional men. They're not men, they're freaking teenagers. Oh my god. Okay, I was a teenager back then, okay? Maybe back then it was fine, but now it shouldn't be. When I say that Bakugo is like my man, I'm not talking about the teenage version of him. The fuck? Never. You know? Yeah, it's like, and then there's All Might, and then there's Aizo. Aizo. And I'm so fucking glad. Oh my god. Like, remember where they were talking, like, back when there was like in the fandom there was like we were suspecting one of the students from class 1A being like a traitor, right? Everyone was saying it was Uraraka. Everyone was fucking saying it was Uraraka. It was not her. It was never her. It was never her. I always said that it was that fucker with the blazer in his belly. I forgot his name. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Oh Yama. No, I forgot his name, but you know, the French dude. I knew it was him. I knew. I knew. Me from back then, hearing now that I was right. I was right. I told you guys he was the betrayer because he's just like unfaithful. Like what good use is he there? Because I remember like they were given reasons for why they wanted to become heroes, and he was like he didn't give a good convincing reason for me, right? So I was like, that bitch, he's the traitor. So him turning out that way, I was so happy when I learned that. I was like, I knew. And speaking of Uraraka, I am so glad my girl is a lesbo. And with what's her name? Togata. Fuck, I'm forgetting names. I need to lock in back with My Hero Academia. And like, the mosquito girl. Like, I love that. I love seeing that. I am glad that watching that shit was so healing because I remember beefing with people online over their ship being real or not. I knew I was right in their canon. You shut the fuck up. So yeah, hello. And that's pretty much it. I wanted to talk about All Might as well because, like, fandom drama aside and ship wars aside and all of that, I do think My Hero Academia talks about something really interesting and very intriguing to me as well that I was very, intrigued and fascinated by as a teenager and still am today, which is heroism, being a hero. Because it always, like, I think often of that saying that goes like a hero would like, and it's showcased in the show. I think I'm going to make a video that explains this furthermore, but for now, what you have to know is that, like, it talks about a lot. It talks a lot about it brings up a lot of topics regarding heroism and trying to be the good guy and trying to do what's right and trying to be the best person out there, and so great that you are the savior of everybody else and you don't need saving yourself, you know what I mean? Like the needs to be that great and the needs to be so good and the need to be so compliant and strong and at your best and perfect. Not perfect, but you know what I mean. You know, I hope you know. Like it talks about that and it's very interesting to me because then it's because parallel parallelly, like opposingly, it also talks about what it's like to be a villain. And I do like how My Hero Academia portrays villains and all of that. It's not just like they're not written. I mean, there were some times where I was like, I hate the writing of this character, but there were other times where I was like, oh, I love the writing of this character and how they developed with them being put in a situation of being the villain. I just like, there's a lot I like about My Hero Academia that I would like to talk about more. Um, that I would like to talk about more. Hopefully, I will gather my thoughts, and talk about it in another video. But I'm not sure. For now, this is what I got. I am sleepy as hell. Um, I'm sleepy as hell. Yeah. Bakudeku for life. Kitty Baku shippers DNI. Good night.